It's wet, it's cold-ish, it's chilly, and it's overcast. All I want to do is take a nap, but I have school. Hello everyone, my name is Jay Pulliam and it is time for another video. So, I'm broke. I feel like almost every college student at one time or another can relate to that sentence. So when you're in college, it's no secret that money can turn very scarce, and it can turn very, maybe inconsistent at some points, and nothing wrong with that sometimes. But spending money it's nice. It's nice to be able to go to the mall and buy clothes, or to go eat somewhere with friends, or to go, whatever. But here's the thing, everyone is like that, so don't think that you're the only one, because you're not. I'm not. Your friend's not. None of us are. We're all collectively broke. So if you, by any chance, are not trying to live off of Top Ramen and popcorn for the 4 to 5 to 6 years of your college experience, or if you just need an extra $20 or so to, go buy a Nerf gun, I don't know. These tips could be for you. So I was thinking the other day about, how to make money in college. And the first one is, obviously look for a job. There are pros and cons to off-campus jobs and on-campus jobs. Off-campus, a lot of the times they'll work around your schedule. A lot of the times if you have prior experience, like if you have prior experience in a job area, then they might be a little bit more likely to hire you. Like me, I have been a host at a restaurant back home for about 2 or so years, and so I'm kind of used to the restaurant type of environment, having to deal with a bunch of people and stuff like that. So those are pros to, being in college and working off campus. Lots of times they'll work with you based on your class schedule, or they'll be more likely to help you, maybe if you have too many hours to cut back, or if you want more hours. That's, something you can talk to them about. Cons is, if you don't have access to a car, it can be a lot harder for them to, hire you. Because that's one of the things I ask, do you have reliable way to get to work and to come from work and stuff like that. Another con for off-campus working is that, if you can do it, fine, but that's time out of your day, that's time off of your weekend, that's gas money, that's time you have to spend getting to there and coming back, and to there and coming back. That's time away from your friends, that's time away from your school, and so you just have to keep those things in mind. On-campus jobs, so that's work-study, that's federal and institutional, they are different. Federal work-study is being hired through the government, and then, at least to my knowledge, and then institutional or college work-study is being hired through your university. And then federal is usually more based on financial aid and financial need for the student, and then college is mainly based on just positions they have open, who can fill them, and stuff like that. And so, at least with my university, we have a list of available jobs on our, I think it comes out once a semester, of available student jobs. That's on your, it might be on your university's website, so there might be a portal where you log in with your student ID, and I'll have a list of jobs. For me, I was actually recommended to a department. I work through a college work-study program, so it's not through the government or whatever. It's not financially need-based. I work as a photographer and videographer for my university's communications office, which is awesome. That's something I like doing. It's also article writing, it's also, interviewing, stuff like that. And so that's something that I jumped on when I heard about it, and I ended up getting hired. Lots of times with on-campus jobs is that they'll work around your class schedule, so by the hour. A lot of times, a lot of places close at a certain time, so you're not working, 10 and 12, you're not working and getting off at midnight, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, and then having to get up for an 8 a.m. So that's good. Most times they pay about minimum wage, so you're earning about the same, hour to dollar ratio that you'd be getting off campus. And yeah, it's on campus, so you can probably see your friends. A lot of the times, if you have downtime, they'll let you study or do homework. And yeah. So keeping a job and keeping, staying afloat with your grades, with school, with classes, it's not easy, it's actually kind of hard. And so maybe if you're not ready to like hold down a full-time job, or not a full-time, an actual part-time job and go to class, there are a couple things you can do to generate some sort of income. Something I kind of do on the side is if you're good in a subject, or if you know people need help in a subject, is you can tutor. My major is English. I got to double major in communications. You guys, if you pray, please pray for me, or if not, just send really good vibes this way, because my whole college experience is about to get a whole heck of a lot more stressful, but that's a different video. So like I said, I'm an English major, so I tutor people in essay writing, I tutor people in just getting better at, drafting papers and things like that. And so I know my school, we have an actual tutoring center, but I know sometimes going to that can be a little intimidating. And so if your friend offers to tutor you, or if you offer to tutor one of your friends for maybe like $5 an hour, or like so many days per week for a certain rate, and then that's a good way to manage an income, and that can, if you do it frequently enough, that can actually be a really good way to earn a little bit of extra money while you're going to class yourself. Something similarly is if you have a certain skill, or if you have a certain thing that people need but don't really know where to find, or don't really have the professional level money to pay for, and you offer it for maybe like a discounted rate, that is something you can do. And so I'm a photographer, so I'll offer to take pictures at events, or to take pictures of people, because one thing I've learned in college is someone is always looking for headshots, someone is always looking for product shots, someone always has a show that they need photographed. And so that's something you can do. So if you can cut hair, I go to an HBCU, and so there are a lot of guys that cut hair, there are a lot of girls that do, hair, that do nails, that have their own rates. If you can build websites for people, that's really big. If you have a profitable skill that someone is willing to pay for, use it, because there is someone out there that is willing to pay. Something else that I actually did yesterday is sell something. I have a big wardrobe, okay, and right now I can kind of feel my sense of clothing, my clothing sense, stuff like that. It's kind of evolving, and that's fine. I feel like it's supposed to. And I'm not as into the things I was about a year ago as I am now, and so I have a really bad habit of hoarding things, and I'm trying to cut down my wardrobe. Not cut down, but kind of decrease it to just the things that, not necessarily that I just need, but things I really love, that I wear a lot, and staple pieces, and kind of, just normal pieces. I don't know how to, that's another video. But anyway, so I went to, it's not necessarily a thrift store, but it's a store where they will pay you cash for clothes that you sell to them, as long as they're in good condition. They don't necessarily have to be in season, but they're they're fashionable and stuff like that. And so I had about 8 shirts, a couple pairs of shorts and stuff like that, and then so I gave it to them. They kind of circled through, they siphoned through it, and stuff that they could take, I got about $22 from it, and that's good. Some people think it's not. That's $22 more than I had in my pocket to begin with. And that's clothes that are going to someone else that wants them, or that can use them. And so it's a win-win, honestly. And I guarantee, if you look around your room, your dorm room, your apartment, whatever, there's something. There's clothes, there's books, there's games, video games, there's electronics, something that you have that you don't need, that you're not using, that someone will pay for on eBay, on Amazon, on Craigslist. There's something you have that you can sell, that someone is bound to pay for. So on a college campus, there will always be freshmen, there will always be people that don't have cars, that need to get from point A to point B, where that point B is a party, to go to somewhere to eat, to go wherever. There are people that will pay gas money, that will pay, whatever, for you to take them there and bring them back. On my college campus, Friday nights and Saturday nights are usually the time when people go out to have their fun. I'm not a big partier. I haven't done this, but I've heard people doing this, is just kind of put it out there that you will take someone to a party and bring them back. And whatever rate you can. Usually it's about $5 to $7 based on your type of gas you can get for your car, the amount of people, and things like that. And that can actually be a good way on a weekend to make a little bit. I know my friend, he made about $30 on one Friday night, just kind of shuttling people back and forth, and you know, that's a little bit more inconsistent, but it's a way. It's a way you can generate something, and that's more than you had in your pocket to begin with. Those are just kind of my tips on generating a little bit of money in college, or you know, just if you moved out of your parents' house or if you don't live with them for the majority of the year. It can be hard, you know, and these are some things that have worked for me. These are some things that I've heard have worked for people. I've watched a lot of those how to make money in college videos on YouTube, and a lot of the times it involves spending. It's really ironic. Sometimes like people sign up for like clothing websites and they get like a certain % off. To me, that's not really making money because you're spending more than you're keeping. Does that make sense? So there's just my tips that aren't based on you spending something. Try them out, see which ones work if you can, if you are of age. So I would like to apologize if there was not a video last week. Like I said, I just got hired, I have a job now. Work is it's not starting to pile up. Work doesn't pile up, it just gets more frequent. So work is starting to get a little bit more frequent with classes and everything. But happy to be back. Last week was a week, but yeah. Once again, everyone, my name is Jay Pulliam. That is all the time we have for today. As usual, my social links will be in the description below. Leave yours. I want to hear from you guys. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.